Yo, what's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here. Doing something different again today. We were going to do this over on Twitch, but man, I decided to put it right here on YouTube and Facebook for you guys first. Then we'll move it over to Twitch a little bit later. But we're going to be installing a heatsink and a PS5 SSD. I've never done anything like this before in my life, so we're going to be doing that today. Pray for me. But we're going to be doing that today, installing both of those things live. I've seen other people do it VOD. So I'm going to do this live so you guys can really see what it's like. And I want to tell you, the affiliate links are in the description. So if you need this heatsink, you need a drive. Matter of fact, I can show you both of those things right now. We have a WD Black 1 terabyte drive, Gen 4, 700 MBS, and then our heatsink, cheap heatsink there from Amazon. But the affiliate links are in the description. Of course, that helps the channel out as much as possible. So hopefully it keeps it 100 and helps you guys. If you have any questions on this, let me know, and I'll be glad to share my frustrations and hopefully my successes with you guys. And we'll do it live. You know, that's what we do. We do it live. So it's going to be a chill stream. Hopefully you can hear me as I'm turning away from the mic and stuff like that. But again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Make sure, though, to like, share, subscribe to the channel. We do gaming videos, music reviews, video reviews, game reviews. We do it all. And so, yeah, definitely check out the channel. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. You know how to do that. And also listen to our podcast. They are on Apple Music and on Spotify. You can get there again at linktr.ee/select screen. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Cash App as well. So with that being said, man, as we normally do, I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. All right, selectors. So this is kind of my work area. You're going to see a couple of different shots here. Again, I'm using a lo-fi kind of camera pointing down. But you know, we'll work this out. We're working this out, learning how to kind of do these tutorials and things like that. So hopefully, again, this helps you guys out and you enjoy it. And if nothing else, you learn something. That's what this whole thing is about, man. So I need some tunage while we do this for sure. Got some beats going. There it goes. There's some beats. All right. So obviously I'll be talking to you guys as we go. I'm gonna bump the volume just a bit as I work here. Forgive my hands if they're not always in the right place so you can see things, but you get it. You understand what we're trying to do. Bam. Okay, so again, here's what we got. WD Black, heatsink, some screws, and we've got over here, you can't see it, but it's over here. I'll drag the PS5 over there. Taking off the lid of the PS5, I kind of pre-did that just so we can kind of save some time. But let's take a look at this thing, man. I've, again, never done anything like this. I'm not the most handy guy. All right, but I've watched some tutorials myself, and I said, man, let me put my own spin on it, and let's try it. So what we have here is, looking at this, you've got your memory, And again, your heat sink breaks into basically 5 parts. Your thermal pads, the heat sink itself, and then some screws. And effectively what we're going to do is put all this together. Now, what freaks me out is these two things look very different in size to me. But when you turn it over, that's what it actually looks like. So, interesting, nevertheless. The other thing that interests me is, how in the world does this fit in here again? We're going to learn. We are going to learn today, to use a Kevin Hart phrase. I did not open up this box. Why I did not, I cannot tell you. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it the old school way. Normally, I like to try and keep my boxes as pristine as possible, but this is memory going inside something. I'm not too worried about this box. There it is. There is instrucciones and the memory stick itself. 1 terabyte. I know that's a little fuzzy. Maybe it'll autofocus eventually. Maybe not. Let's see what the instructions say. Gosh. Now, is anybody really going to read all this? Look at this. Look at this. Anybody else reading this? Come on, man. Come on. That's too much. Again, if you guys are just jumping in to the stream, we're building this thing up. I'm nervous for some reason, which is really weird. I don't normally get nervous. I guess because this stuff isn't cheap. Here's what I've seen online. Here's what I guess we should do. Is we're gonna put this thermal pad. I'm gonna put the thermal pad in here. Like so. But the trick about all of this is it's very sticky on one side. All right, here we go. I don't know. Like I said, normally I'm not nervous, but because this is one take, you know what I mean? It's get it right or don't. I'll tell you now, taking the sticky part off the thermal pad. One side was easy. Side 2, not so much. All right, here goes nothing. Now my wife is really the steady hands of the family. Holy mackerel, this is nerve-wracking. Just kind of lays in there though. Is it flush? It's not the way I want it to be. Let's try it again. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not going to press it all the way down yet. But that's not too bad. We'll live with that. All right. Now the thing about this is, which way do we put this in? I don't know. Obviously we want it top up. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I don't think it really matters. You know what? I'm going to put this in first. I'm going to drop this in here. I know we want to leave enough space. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. All right, I'm going with that. Pushing that down, making sure it kind of stays on there firmly, but not too hard. Now, grab the paste 2. We're going to peel this off here. I've been going back and forth on which storage solution is better between the Series X and the PS5. And here's my thoughts. I went to Best Buy and picked this up, right? And I was talking to the guy about it, and I think the 1 terabyte is going for like $200 for Xbox. But it's proprietary, so it's literally a large memory card, which is pretty cool. Like, I think I like the function better, because what I'm doing right now, again, scares the heck out of me. Because this console is not cheap, and it's pretty rare, as you guys may know. And so that's a scary thought, of plugging something third party into it that you have to build. And I say have to because, you know, it's another $60. Golly, you see what I'm talking about with the heat, the strips? I'm just gonna do this off camera. You can get them with heat sinks built in, but it's another like $60. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna do that because I don't want any problems. And then I looked up how much a heat sink really is, and I think this one specifically was $15. And I was like, I can't really justify that. You know what I mean? I can't justify spending an extra $60 on something that costs only $15. Gosh, why don't they just put like another tab right here that you can grab and pull off of these things? I have large hands. And no fingernails to grab the little plastic off here. This is normally, if my wife wasn't at work, I'd be like, honey, can you unpeel this for me, please? My wife is absolutely great. Like, she really does a great job helping me put the channel behind the scenes. You guys have no idea. Come on, little plastic. Oh gosh, I'm wrinkling it. Wow, man. Oh, almost had it there. We'll get it eventually. I know this is all happening off camera. You know what? I could do this. Let's do this. So you guys can see me struggle. It's a little more entertaining this way. Did I get it? I think I got the corner. I have one chance. I got it. Look at this peel. Look at this peel right here. Yeah. There we go. Anything is possible. All right, let's go back. Okay. Heatsink. How's that looking? That looks pretty good to me. If I can, I'm going to give it one more go. Could have moved it down just a bit. Get it off of there. Boy, I tell you, this is tough, guys. Only because I want it to be well done. You know what I mean? It's not a... In theory, the process is not hard. I just want it to be... I want it to be as good as it can be, if that makes sense. I think that's pretty solid. There we are. All right. Now we take this cool red piece. I just wanted it to be red just because something different. I'm not a blood or a crip, I promise. Bro, so sus. This thing is so sus. Oh, there we go. All right, all right. So we're just putting that down like that. A little squeeze. Make sure that paste is on there. And we got it. Let me switch cameras real quick. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is throw some screws in here on the side. This should be the easy part. I think honestly that part and actually initially taking off the panel for the PS5 have been the most like, oh, don't mess this up. And probably wouldn't have been as bad if PlayStation would go ahead and just do what we all want to do and put out different panels for this thing. I mean, similar to what Xbox did with the 360. I'm just gonna rip a hole in this thing. Let's go. Right. Get the screws out of here. I know there's other ways of doing it, but we don't care. Woo. Now, again, I know this is like the long way of doing this, but I don't know. I figured somebody wanted to watch this process in real time. Maybe not. maybe no one watches this. Maybe everyone's like, you snotty PS5 users. But I know I wanted somebody to go through, and I didn't see it. I saw a lot of, a lot of dropping the screw that I need. A lot of people kind of fast forwarding through the process. I want to know how long this is really going to take me to do. Right now, we're already at 24 minutes. And I'm sure people will do it a lot faster than I have. But that's why you can always fast forward. I know, like, everyone says, no one has a long attention span anymore. I'll be the first one to say I don't either. There we go. There's the screw there. Little blurry, I know. But you get it. Understand what's happening. I'm not going to put this in Gorilla Tide either. Let's switch cameras. Simple. What's crazy getting into this world of streaming is that you can find people to do this stuff for you, I'm sure. Just like anything, just like home improvement, right? But it's been very rewarding for me to learn how to do some of this stuff. I never dreamed that I would ever be close to, and I didn't build my PC, right? But I did, I had it built, and I had to know what I wanted in it. And I'm an Apple user. And I'll tell you why I'm an Apple user. I stream on PC, but I'm an Apple user because when it comes to this stuff, I don't want to. We had one selector in here with us just a minute ago. Yeah, I don't want to, man. The nice thing about Apple products is in theory, you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? You just turn it on, you use it for what it is, and you can go deeper if you want, but you don't have to. And that's what I like about, at least previously, a lot of Apple products. With PC, with Android. Oh, and let me say this: there's a sacrifice. There's a sacrifice in that you can't go as deep. So there's pros and cons. With an Android, with a PC, I feel like you can customize and edit and make it more yours. So it just depends on what kind of person you are. So being that I'm in streaming, I've had to adapt and become the customizer, if you will. Now that doesn't look great. Why is that screw not going in there? Okay. And like I said, I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. I'm not a customizer by trade. But that being said, we're going to switch to this other camera. That being said, look what we've done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were able to figure it out. I don't. One of the most amazing people that I've ever met. Actually, two of the most amazing. No, I'm gonna go with three. Three of the most amazing people I know or have known in my life are my grandfather, Henry Seaborn, my dad, Robert, and my brother, Noah. Those three guys, man, they can build anything. They can build anything. And I just did not get that gene. There we go. Another side view. They get it. They absolutely just understand how things work. They're not afraid to tear things apart because they can fix it. I think when I was young, I think I broke a toy or something like that, and I couldn't fix it, and I was like, I don't ever want to experience that again. Because things are valuable, you know. It's not everything, but things cost money, you know. And when you work hard, you want to make sure that they're taken care of, for sure. All right. Ooh, speaking of which, that was kind of a hard slam on the PS5. All right. So, gosh, I wish my autofocus was a wee bit better. There we go. That's better. It's trying. It's looking for my hand. All right. So, to do this again, you're going to pull up. I know you can't see this. Basically on both sides. So, have the console away from you when you pull this off and kind of pull it towards the bottom. Slides open like that. And there is the inside of the PS5. Still nervous about this. Now, my understanding is I'm supposed to be able to pull this little cover off here, and this is where everything's going. I'll go back to mentioning what I was saying about my family. All three of those guys, like I said, they've pulled motors out of cars and rebuilt them and stuff like that. And I've tried. Part of it is it hasn't always held my interest. I would way rather be, well, like when they were working on cars, I was playing basketball. Obviously, I'm much more of an entertainment kind of guy, so I'm very much more into that stuff. And I guess there's trade-offs, you know. Like I said, my dad, when we saw Shang-Chi, he was like, "Wait, what?" Let's screw this up a little bit more. Now, do I know my way around, you know, a nail and hammer, screwdriver? Can I tell you what the difference of a flathead or a Phillips screwdriver is? Yeah, I can do that. The basics, you know what I mean? I can do the basics. But when it comes to I remember one time my brother hooked me up, had like a 97 Honda Civic, and it was like hot yellow. And he was like, "Man, I got an idea for your car." Matter of fact, it was this yellow. It looked just like this. And he's like, "I got an idea for your car. You know, I want you to go buy this sub, and I'm going to install it in your car because I want to learn how to do this." I'm like, "Okay, man, whatever." So I got a sub, and instead of just installing the subs into my car, he installed it with a kill switch. And so I had this switch in the car where, you know, if, let's just say I was in a situation where I didn't want to make a lot of noise or draw attention to myself, I could flip off the subs. And he did that in like an hour. That would have taken me months. He's a really, shout out to my brother Noah. Just a genius, man. So we all got. I feel like I'm Mr. Rogers right now, or almost said Bob Marley. What's his name? The happy painter guy. Yep, there's a little screw right here that you got to remove. And I heard there's some kind of guard too that you got to take out. All right. Yep, there's the little guard. All right, it's going to be impossible for you guys to see with this unfocused camera, but there you go. There's a screw and then the guard for the screw, and I think those are going to go at the bottom here. So my guess is I'm plugging it in this way. Right? That would make the most sense to me. We're going to find out. Now, what's interesting to me about this is, to me, it doesn't fit. I mean, it fits in there just fine. But screwing that thing down, it doesn't look like it's right to me. Height-wise, is this the right one? Guys, I don't think so. Actually, it's good. It's good. So it definitely fits in there. I think now we just got to be a little more aggressive in placing this in here, because I don't think it's made contact. Because there's no way for me to bolt that down. You see what I'm saying? So did I put the piece, does it need to scoot down more? Because I know for sure the stick works. We verified that. But it somehow feels like it's still too big. Like maybe the actual drive needs to scoot forward more, which really stinks. Really, really stinks. Unless I saw that you have to put it at an angle somehow. Yeah, I think it's got to scoot forward. This is why I did this live, so you guys could see and not have to run into this problem. Cause see see how I can't, it should line up like that. Yikes. And you can see I have more of an edge here versus there. Once I put the whole lid of it. So you want to kind of give yourself more room here. Yikes. All right, so back to the drawing board here. So what I'm going to do, I got to unscrew it and scoot everything forward. I think. Because everything else doesn't seem too bulky. It's just the red lid on this one is much bulkier than I thought it was going to be. So let's get it. Dang, we were close. We're definitely going to have to. We're going to have to move that forward, unfortunately. And the crazy thing is, I'm hoping that the paste, the kind of blue paste that we have on here, hopefully that can still come up well. We're going to find out one way or the other. Alright, so 3 screws out, 1 more. Now, in all the reviews that I've ran into, let's see, here's a moment of truth here. Let's see. Aha, okay. All right. It did come up. But the issue then still is the lead on the top. So it came out of there okay. I'm gonna just try and peel. Oh boy, I don't know. I want to be gentle with this board. Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna take the board. Let's switch back here. This time I'm gonna take the board beforehand and just see how it fits. I don't know, guys. We're not upside down, are we? No? No, we're definitely not upside down. I think I got it. think I see how. Whew. I think what we got to do is really just make sure it goes down in there first, and then kind of not bend it back. But like I said, the connection points have to. The connections have to be accessible, if you will. So we're going to see. That looks a little better to me. Those connection points, you know what I mean, are more available versus, but the back, because we still got to be able to get a screw into the back of it. That seems to be plugged in pretty well. I think what I want to do is maybe move it back just a wee bit more. Just a little bit. What I'm doing here this time is see how that U at the bottom there, or I guess it's a rainbow for you guys. I'm trying to lay the red part right at the back of that, so I have enough room to get this guide on there. Which I don't think is gonna. I actually don't think that guide's gonna really matter. But we'll see. That's kind of the thing, is a lot of this is trial and error. So the screw. Put the guide and the screw together. And in theory, it should sit on top like that, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it like that, but then try and put the red part back on top. We'll see. First things first. Make sure we have enough room here. To plug in. So let's give that a shot. I don't care what anybody says. This is hard. theory, sitting that in there like that, can I now put the screw back in there? I think so. I might have to do it off screen. What's up, wrestling? I might have to do that off screen. I hope that connection is on though. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, I won't know until I plug it all back in. And that's what I don't like about electronics. I just won't know. So let's pull it out and go with it here. I don't know, man. This is tough. So we're gonna put the screws back in here. Don't let anybody tell you guys that this stuff is so simple that anyone can do it, because it's a lot harder than you think. Unless you're a tech genius and you've been doing this for years. All right, so we're just screwing the screws back in here, because that's our next best estimate. Again, not gorilla tight, just enough. I would love to not be touching on the board as much, just as a good practice, but you got to do what you got to do. Now, if you got a good homie who does this, I think it would definitely be worth throwing them a cheeseburger to do this. You know what I'm saying? I do. You guys have heard me. If you've been with the channel a long time, when we first kind of started, you might know Nagrom. When we used to do the Call of Duty stuff, we used to play with Nagrom. He's an IT dude. He would be able to knock this out super quick, but he's out of town this week. All right. Sorry, I'm not holding this high enough. Again, if you guys have comments, let me know. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. All right, we're all tightened up. I think that's enough lead on it. And enough that we can get that screw down in the back. Because what you don't want is it to go in here, not screw it down, and this move around and then break, you know. So we're going to go for it. Still, I wish it would click or something like that. And it really doesn't. I'm thinking that's the best. The connectors are all touching. I'm guessing that's the best way. And again, I wish I could. Well, this is open. I wish I could just put this whole thing, or just play it, just turn it on and see if I made the connections right. fellas, that lead, little lead is not working for me. Come here. Golly. There we go. I'm sure the little lead or the thing is important. I never like taking parts off and not putting them back on. But here goes nothing. Doesn't seem like it's connected right. I'm just gonna pull the PlayStation for a second, guys. Let me take a look at it up close and personal. Because the bay, let me switch cams again. The bay that this thing has, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if the connection's being made or not. That's the thing about it all. So, I mean, am I supposed to hear a little snap? I don't know. The one thing about this Heatsink is I really don't like the lid. I really don't. If it was a little shorter, I think it would have been fine. So what I'm doing is trying to screw in that back screw conveniently at an angle. Let's see if I can't just get it. Ah, man, I really don't like that. Well, I'm going to check a video, guys, just to see, but here's where we're at. I just want to see what everybody else is kind of doing. It's definitely in there. I would like the screw to go down flush, and it's really not. So what we're gonna do a BRB. I'm gonna take a look at another video and make sure that this is all the way forward, because I don't feel like it is, which would make, yeah, I don't know. The heatsink might not work, is what I'm thinking. So we'll figure it out. We'll do a quick BRB, maybe 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay, selectors. All right. I think I see what the issue is, and we might be in business. We probably were actually okay in the first trial. I understand a little more what's going on. So let's unscrew. In fact, I'm gonna pull this real quick. Sorry, I should have did this in the BRB, but I'm gonna pull this real quick. I see what's going on. I still don't get it exactly. but we're gonna make it happen. So again, this little stand here, right? This is super important. And I'll show you why. This is something that I didn't, I guess I didn't pay attention to. But as this goes in here, okay, we're gonna decide where that is. And you can kind of see here, it is sitting a little high. So we're gonna place, let's see, last, yeah, it is the last one. We're gonna place this little guy in here like this. Okay? So DJ said, I just realized Y2K was 21 years ago. I'm old. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a minute, dude. It's been a minute. I still don't think that thing's doing the right thing, man. I don't. I don't get it. Everyone says it installs at a little bit of an angle, but it doesn't necessarily. I don't see how this works. So for this part, real quick, again, I'm going to pull it, try and fit the screw in here, and see what happens. Nah, son. See, this thing has to. It has to somehow. It's got to clip in somewhere or something like that. I mean, again, I've got a good lead on there. Aha! It popped. Okay. All right. So you should hear. I kept saying I don't hear a sound. Like, I don't feel like it's fully connected. So check it out. So you can hear. I'm going to take it out again so you guys can see. All right. Okay. So it's not lining up there. DJ asked a good question. Is there a way to get a terabyte in my iPhone? No, not unless you bought one of the ones that actually has a terabyte in it. Unfortunately, and believe it or not, I was going to try and upgrade to the 13 today, and I actually told him no. I know we were talking about Apple earlier, but it was a mess. It was a mess. Been up since 5, and Apple, again, I'm an Apple guy. I like Apple. There we go. Oh, it didn't quite pop in there. There we go. You heard that pop there. Apple does not let you expand the memory because they want you to buy iCloud. And that's a shame. You know, but other Samsung, everyone else has followed suit. Back in the day, you used to be able to do. Now, can you get one with a terabyte? Absolutely. But the thing is, that terabyte, no joke. I looked this morning, and I think it was the regular, the iPhone Pro, right? Starts at $1,000. I believe the terabyte one, don't quote me on this, but I believe the terabyte one is something close to almost $1,600 before taxes. And I was just like, no. That's just too much money, man. For a phone that for me, I'm going to be upgrading in a year. All right, taking it back off screen real quick. I'm just gonna align this and put the screw in. You guys have seen that done already. But no, I agree with you, DJ, for sure. Still feel like there's still not enough room for this thing. Not enough room to screw all of this all the way in. But we're going to do the best we can do. This thing is not going to be tossed around. DJ says, October, I'm going to upgrade to iPhone 13. Okay. Yeah, man, you can, like I said, you could definitely, if you got the bread to do it, you can definitely do a terabyte in it. Like I said, me personally, I was just like, nah. And like I said, I was going to do the 13, but they told me, okay, you got to pay $100 just to, is that good? I think that's cool, man. $100 just to turn your phone in. Well, what they actually told me was it's $100. $100, get an iPhone on us. All right, well, I did that. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, but see your current phone. So you got to, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, look, man, that's not what y'all said. Now, let's see, that goes in there like that. I think we're good, y'all. I really do. That. Okay. Then this, we'll just tighten this baby up like this. Just snug. Again, we're not going to try and rip this thing off of here. Shouldn't be going anywhere. And in theory, I'm going to drop the lid back on. Like so. And selectors, we're done, man. We are done. I'm going to make sure the top goes back on here the right way. I'll plug it up and let you guys know. I think my dog's telling me he's got to go outside, or he just pooped in here. Probably both. You got to go outside? Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna BRB. I gotta let this dog out. All right, he didn't poop in here. I thought he did. All right, we're just getting the case back on. It's not as easy either as they make it seem. Did it go back on right? Actually, I think it did. Yeah, everything looks flush, selectors. I think we got it. I know you guys can't really see behind me. We're probably not going to hook it up to the stream just because that'll mess some things up. But we got it done. Took us about an hour, almost about an hour, 17 minutes. I'm sure now, we could maybe do it in half the time if we wanted to go to a 2 terabyte or something like that. But we got it done. We got it done. That's what's important. And you guys got to see it real time, for someone who's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? DJ said, this amazes me that Apple never made a terabyte iPhone. I think they did last year. I think that was the first time that they did the terabyte. And then now, 13, here we go again. So we'll see. We'll see. Loan me the PS5. You out your mind. Well, selectors, I appreciate you guys coming through. Shout out to Wrestling. Shout out to DJ Crystal Clear. DJ, we're going to be doing one of your reviews. Look for that next Friday. So that's the plan. Next Friday, we'll be doing that and going from there. I did not show you guys what I wanted to show you guys. Please check this out. When you get a minute, it's in the description now. We now have a store where you can get your own t-shirts. Right here, you can get a hoodie or a long sleeve, or if you're a lady, you can grab one of those. So those are out now. Go check it out. Again, the link is in the description. All right, guys, be kind to one another. Shout out to everyone who came through. Remember to choose your destiny. My name's Select Screen. I'm out.